Welcome back to another video. My name is Steph from stephjking.com and I'm coming to you from beautiful Brisbane, Australia. 2018 is nearly over. I can't believe it. So I figured now's a good time to really sit down and reflect back on the year and just look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. So just really getting down into the nitty-gritty. So I wanted to share with you 5 questions that I asked myself that you can use as well to really reflect back on the past 12 months just to see how you went. Now this process may take a little time because you do have to really sort of think back to what was I doing in January? Like that was a good 12 months ago now. So I don't know about you, but I can't even remember what I did 2 weekends ago, let alone all that time ago. But what I did do, and you might find this useful as well, is I just scrolled through my social media and that kind of reminded me of some of the stuff that I did throughout the year. But grab a pen and paper, let's dive straight in with number 1. And that is, what did I learn this year? Now this could be as simple as something that you may have learned about yourself, or maybe you went out there and actually took a course in cooking or dancing, or maybe you just learned how to repot plants, which is what I've just done recently. But either way, I really think that it's important that you have that continuous learning and you keep developing just life or skills, whatever it is that you want to learn more about. I recently just started reading a Tony Robbins book called Awaken the Giant Within, and he actually talks about a Japanese word called kaizen. And what that means is continuous improvement. Now the Japanese use this a lot in their business, but I just love it. I just think it's a really good term to use just in general life, just continuous improvement in everyday life. Now, I also did share a couple of things that I've learned in 2018 in a previous video. It's called 8 Awesome Things I Learned in 2018. I will leave a link above here and also down in the description box if you want to go check that out later. Number 2 is, what are my successes or accomplishments? Now, what you did in the question number 1, there may be some areas of duplication. Maybe what you learned was also a success or accomplishment for you, and that's all good. Just write that down as well. Some of mine for me were, I created a YouTube channel. Well, that's an accomplishment for me. And also I changed jobs from an area that I had a lot of experience in. I'd been in that particular area for 8 years, so I was very confident and comfortable in that. So I moved on and got a new job, which, yeah, that was a pretty cool thing. And I did a lot more cooking this year. So I think successfully my skill in the kitchen has definitely increased in 2018. Number 3 is, what did I love about 2018? And this is something that when you ask that question, immediately take note of what comes to mind. So whatever are those things that come straight front of mind, those are the ones that you want to put down. So a couple of them for me was, I loved the fact that I was able to spend so much time with my partner this year. Just really enjoyed that. And secondly, the thing that really came to mind was I just felt really happy about the fact that I started to really just step into my own, and I just knew who I was. I knew what I was doing. I knew what I wanted, and I just didn't care what anyone else thought anymore. So just really identifying my life purpose and just stepping into that. Number 4 is, what challenged me? Now, I love the fact that we can reflect back and look at all the good times and the happiness and the success and the accomplishments, but I also think it's really important to look back to see what challenged us as well, because again, that might be something that you want to improve on in 2019. So remember, Kaizen, that continuous improvement. So it's really important to sort of sit down and think, what really challenged me this year? And is that something that you want to not allow to challenge you in the future and you want to learn more about? Or is it something that you just need to acknowledge that it happened and to move on from it? The things that I found really, really challenging this year was actually changing my jobs. So going from being very comfortable and confident in an area of field that I had the expertise in to something new, I really had to step out of my comfort zone. So that was a challenge for me, and I had to really address that at the time as well. Now I'm absolutely fine, but For the first couple of months, it was really, really uncomfortable. So I just had to really deal with that. Number 5 is, what am I holding on to that I need closure on? Now, bringing up things that hurt, it can be upsetting, and I know sometimes you just don't want to deal with it. It's in the past, but the thing is, if you don't actually deal with it properly, you are going to carry that on into your future and potentially impact the way that you handle situations in your future. So for example, if someone betrays you and you now have this fear of betrayal and you move into the future and you have a new relationship with someone, you will find that whether you notice it or not, your past experience, if you haven't dealt with it properly, then you're going to bring baggage from that situation into your new situation. So dealing with it, as much as it may hurt at the time, I find it's really important to do. So what are some of those things from 2018 that maybe you're just still holding on to, that may still hurt you even? Because those are the things that you're going to have to deal with, and I urge you to deal with them, because if you don't, you're just going to be carrying them with you into 2019. Now, my next video is going to actually be all about handling the hard times. So if that is something of interest to you, if you haven't done so already, hit that notification bell just down near the subscribe button, because then you'll get notified next time I actually upload, which will be the video all about handling these types of situations. So those are the 5 questions that I asked myself to help just reflect back on the year so I can be nice and fresh for 2019. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, then leave me a comment below and let me know how you go with answering these questions. Feel free to even leave some of your answers in the comments if you feel like you want to. Apart from that, I will see you next time. Take care and have an awesome day or evening wherever you are. Bye.